I'm here. I'm here with Mother Susan, and we're gonna do a little behind the scene because I feel like this is important. Let me get over here a little bit. I feel like this is important for all of you that are gonna be practicing spirituality, especially the ATRs. And I feel like a lot of you guys have a lot of the Hollywood idea of spirituality, and whether it's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Christianity, it's all true spirituality is work because it is a lifestyle. And Mother Susan has been with my ministry, I'm gonna say over a year. She's been coming to my church, but she recently, a lot of things been going on with me and trying to, what's up, son of Ochoa, Minister Mario? She, because of what was going on, there have been things that I needed to get taken care of. So she was gracing me to come to my house, and she's been with me a little over a month. I think a little bit over a month. And so she's actually, hey guys, Monique 444, we got Lisa. Okay, y'all chiming in. Thank you so much. Daughter Obatala. What's up, Sag? So the reason why we're doing this because I want you guys to see kind of behind the scenes by her actually being in my house, living with me, because they say you don't know a man until you live with him. What's up there, Keith? Good morning. How y'all doing? Chime. So I think that it's better for her because now she's had certain experiences. I mean, yes, she's watching me when I come to the church. I'm dressed, I'm looking fly, GQ out there, but she also seeing me down in my downtime, coming from work. What's up, Brother Johnny's? Yeah, what's up? All right, blessings to you too. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. So I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be like, I'm doing a bath right now, but I'm gonna be asking her certain questions. But what I wanted her to do is to talk about what she's seen behind the scene and the amount of work, because a lot of times when you guys see me go off of air or come off social media, you don't know what's going on. And sometimes you guys are sitting your cash apps and you say, well, okay, what's going on? She get a chance. She don't necessarily see my work, but she see what's going on and how I have to set up and what's going on. So I want you guys to kind of get a behind the scene looking from her perspective as the mother of our church and somebody that's actually has been living with me for about a month. So Mother Susan, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to share with our viewer audience. She's a Gemini. I'm a Sag. And she can tell you because she real nosy, so she gonna be able to tell you a lot of stuff. All right.
Yes, hello everybody. Good morning. Oh my God, this has been an experience. I've always seen Apostle busy, looking from the outside in, but honey, the inside out is a whole different ballgame. He never sleeps, hardly ever sleeps. He gets up in the morning, he goes to work, he comes in, still not eating, getting on live, doing his lives every night. I'm looking at him in this beautiful home where he has to set the man on the side because Spirit is working with him, guiding him, telling him what things that he needs to do. He's constantly doing handiwork. He's constantly doing whatever he has to do for all of us. I mean, he is constantly working. In the middle of the night, I'll get up in the morning and I'll say, how you feel this morning, Apostle? He's been out to the graveyard where he's doing work. He's been in the forest, and I'm talking about in the middle of the night. That's not counting daytime. He's going to the water, doing work, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, making up products. I mean, this man is working so much, and this is when you know God is using him, because now things that we take for granted, like our regular life, things that we can lay back on the couch and watch TV in pajamas and snack. I mean, just little things. I have never seen him do that, and I've been here over a month at all. No time. He doesn't know what's on TV because he's constantly working for somebody. He's constantly doing 24/7. And for those of you that think this is a lifestyle for you, I want you to think about one thing. You better put man and woman aside. Are you going to have that type of strength mentally that when Spirit says, this is what I need you to do, that means you may have to, and I'm not being nasty or anything, that means if you're enjoying a sexual life, that's gone, that's out the way. Because none of your regular life can interfere when Spirit is dealing with you. When Spirit has you moving, when Spirit has you outside at night, taking plants and doing whatever, however he has to do his work. That means he cannot be the regular man that you may think you're looking at. It's always Spirit. It is always God. He is always moving. God is moving through him to do whatever he has to do for all of you. You talking about a life that is no longer yours. This is a life that belongs to Spirit. This is a life that belongs to God.
Why do you think that this is not something that you would want to do?
Oh my God, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't want to do it. I don't have it. I mean, would I actually say, if it was brought to me, I couldn't do it. I would not want to do it. I don't have the energy. I don't have the mind frame. I cannot see myself putting all of me in the background and working the way this man works. I could not do it. I mean, just regular things. When you can't sit in your own house, he has the biggest television there is. I get to enjoy it. He doesn't. I mean, we're just talking about a television. Great, big, beautiful TV with all kind of movies that we all have said, oh, I've got to watch that movie. What time does that come on? He doesn't even get to do that. I mean, this is not even, he doesn't even get to do that. To go to a park, go out and just enjoy yourself. He doesn't get to do that. He's either making formulas for you. He's doing consultations.
I'm doing a bath right now.
He's doing readings. I mean, this is every day. Even when he works for UPS and he comes in.
What is that day like? Like when you see me come home, like I leave early, so I'm up around 5. Well, my alarm goes out at 6 o'clock, but then I don't leave the house between 8:30. So I'm gone the whole time. I work on UPS, and then once I come through that door, what happens?
You come through that door, he goes and he does his spiritual bath or whatever he has to do to cleanse himself. He goes directly into his praying room and he starts making up different things, doing whatever he has to do.
And then get on live. Do I eat?
And he doesn't even eat. He'll come in and I'll say, Apostle, would you like me to fix you something? No, Mother Susan, not right now. I don't have time. And I'm looking at him like, my God, you don't work all day. You can't even have a little bagel or something. No, Mother Susan, right now I'm busy. So I watch him come in, do a spiritual cleansing, change his clothes, come out here, go in there, start making up whatever it is he has to do, then getting on live, and then he's not even off of live until late at night. And then he leaves the live, and then he's doing more work. He's making up whatever he's making up. Then I watched him the other day with all these plants that he has to, whatever he has to do with them. And I'm watching him in the yard. Then I'm watching him all
That's
around.
in my backyard?
Yeah, that's
I'm constantly doing stuff in the backyard.
in the yard. I mean, you just see him out there. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I mean, what are you doing now? Mother Susan, I'm taking care of this. This is what I've got. And I mean, this is like a 24/7. I'm telling you, those of you that may think or feel like this is for you, honey, it's a lot of work. It is so much work that you better make sure Spirit is speaking to you. Because when Spirit is speaking to you and telling you that this is a part of your life, remember that life that you know is gone. It's no
Not
more.
what you think.
It is, I can do it.
Not that my life is not rewarding, because I love what I do. But if this is not, do not do this for money. Do not do this for fame. Do not do this for acknowledgement. I love what I do, but a lot of people could not get the results because they're not going to put that work in. When I tell you guys I'm at the cemetery or I got to go by the courthouse, a lot of times I have to leave here and drive into a whole nother state. Sometimes we have to go to Miami.
Yeah.
That's just for me to go to a graveyard that has the type of spirits I need to work with for a particular case. A lot of times you guys be worrying about money. Well, who gonna pay for the gas? We got to eat. Well, even if I don't eat sometimes, Minister Mario, when he was driving me and stuff, I have to pay people to actually take me different places so I can actually do the work in the location in order to make the manifestation. So a lot of times you guys really don't know, like you think you're just getting a packet from me. No, there's a lot of things that I had to do in order for you to be able to even feel the energy, the frequency, the vibration from that stuff. And I know for a fact that I feel like Mother Susan Gemini, y'all know Gemini's talk. So she pay attention, she listens to a lot of stuff. She's like, what is that? Why are you doing that? Susan ain't none of your business. Plus, that's something. She asked me a lot of questions because I'm constantly doing stuff. She's like, well, why are you doing that? Or are you gonna go over there and get some rest? I was like, she said, well, did you get some rest? I said, yeah. She's like, no, you didn't. You just got up. I said, yeah, I laid down. I was able to rest. But that's what I call rest. You know what I'm saying? But in order to do what I do, and guess what? There's times, y'all, that even as good as I organize, I still get behind. Because I deal with a lot of people. And that's between work. Sometimes I'm dealing with people. After work, I'm dealing with people. And then I still have to come home and I have to attend to certain things. So Mother Susan really helped me catch up a lot of stuff that I just have not. And like I got clothes galore. And I have a lot of clothes, but she's like, I have them all. But I have to constantly have stuff around me so I can get up and go and do these things. And you have to set your life up in a way that you are not frustrated, you're not aggravated. You have to have a system. I have a system by which I operate. But guys, let me tell you something. If you want to do quality work, it takes a lot. If you don't want to do stuff and you want people to see the results of your work, whether that's healing, whether it's prosperity, whether it's reversing curses, a lot of times it seems like it's a snap, crack, and a pop. It really ain't like that. I have a lot of things that I prepare ahead of time. Right now, while we're on live, I got this big old bucket. I'm from Home Depot. I'm doing a bath cleanser right now. I got stuff out in the yard. I'm getting prepared to put in here. But when I tell you all, one of the things that Mother Susan can tell you all, not just about the work, but running a household rental property, church, website, doing readings, doing consultations, because I got quite a few of them today, and having the energy to interact with all types of people going through different things. You have no idea how mentally strong you're going to have to be. And still come out here and everybody wants you to be this smiling, jovial, happy-go-lucky person when you just done poured out so much energy for manifestation, and they have no idea that you got to go recharge. And financially, a lot of times, I spend a lot of money to clean. That's why a lot of you guys are, oh, you're so accurate, and oh my God, this is what, and keep my house clean to make sure that that energy is not left over or not affecting other people, not only in my home, but in my church or people that's around me. Mother Susan, since she's been in my house, I've been having to cleanse her more because she's in, I have a lot of spirits that are around my house, and a lot. She's like, I can't believe I'm at peace around here because a lot of dead people walk around here.
Yeah, they do. And I'm so at peace.
Yeah, I think. What do you think your biggest takeaway being here has been?
I watch you sacrifice everything, every normal thing that we live. When we wake up, we give them sacrifices because this is just us. We wake up and you want to do something for yourself, or you just don't want to do anything. That's not him. He's back and forth to Miami. One day he said he was going to Miami, went to Miami, come home. I said, where you been at, Apostle? Because yes, I am newsy. And he says, Mother Susan, I just went to Miami. I had to go to the graveyard. Then maybe the next day after, he come back. I'm like, where you been at, Apostle? I had to go to Miami. Well, you just in Miami. You went back there again to the graveyard. Then he's going to the forest, and wherever that's at. He's going there. I'm like, well, where you been at, Apostle? Like I said, I'm very newsy. I went to the forest.
I was at the ocean. You got it.
Then
It's raining. What did you do?
And it's thundering and it's lightning. And then I said, well, where you been? I had to go to the water. I'm like, you went to the water? And he's like, yes, Mother Susan, I had to go to the water. These are things when you talking about stepping into this world, honey, the person that you look at now in the mirror is no longer there. Because that is a sacrifice whenever those spirits call you, whenever God speaks to you and tell you whatever it is you have to do, all of that is set to the side. There's no more regular day with my girlfriend. You know, this is for women or men. There's no more with my my husband or my boyfriend. All of that is set aside. All that goodness that you normally thinking you're getting, all of that is gone. Because now when you're talking about walking and working in the spirit life, I mean, this is a whole different ball game. Sometimes when food is even being ordered and delivered here, his food is so cold because he ain't ate it. You know, he don't even have time to eat it. And I'm like,
and
well,
she greedy. She greedy.
I'm like,
y'all ain't ate your food.
Ate your food. Can't you sit down? No, Mother Susan, I'm busy right now. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, look at this. All this food. The man can't even sit down and eat. I mean, it is so much. You're talking about sacrificing a lot. You've got to know when them spirits.
If this is what you say you want.
If this is who you want to be, you see it from, and look at this This apostle with the beautiful suits, the beautiful smile, the jokester that he can be at times.
Yes, I'm funny.
But I'm telling you, I ain't nowhere in the world.
She said she'll be getting y'all food coloring. Y'all would not be getting all this.
If it was me, I'm honest to God, but this is why God did not choose me. The first bucket would be flour and food coloring. Because ain't nowhere in the world. I watched this man with all these different buckets, and he's making this, and I'm looking at him, and I'm just sitting there watching, and I'm tired. And I am like, oh my God. And then he's got to put it in the packets. Then he's got to pray. Then he's got to do whatever it is he has to do for what you're receiving. Honey, it is so overwhelming. It is so overwhelming to see.
And the thing about it, the reason I want to talk to Mother Susan is because she's not even Minister Mario. Minister Mario actually, a lot of times, he's out there with me. I'm out there in the woods, or I'm out there in the cemetery. Like, different people see different aspects of what I do. My thing is, if I'm going to really teach you and I'm going to really share with you, I want you to have a sober-minded look, and not just look at the part that people see me in the photo shoots or see me in the magazines or see me on TV. Like, there's a lot of stuff behind those scenes in order for me. And let me tell y'all something. It's not about just the ingredients. In order to get manifestation, the energy has to be there. The frequency has to be there, the vibration. And she's a terminal, so she's like, Apostle, give me some of that. Like, where do you get all this energy from? Like, but I do a lot of work, and I have a lot of spirits that are with me. And so a lot of times when you guys see Minister Mario, like, if you think it is true, it's a lot. It's a lot, even for her to come here this month. But Minister Mario, and I want to say to my church family, those that help me out in different situations, I do appreciate that. It takes some burden off of me. But the bulk of the weight of our ministry is on me. Bulk of the weight, a lot of these manifestations, I take care of. And I want you guys to know that when I'm going off there, I work for y'all. I put the work in. It's not me getting out collecting money and, quote unquote, I'm claiming to be doing your court case, or I claim to be, doing your counter work. Like, I have a lot of garbage goes out. And she can tell you, I have candles that constantly I'm throwing out, like, because I'm burning candles in my house. Like, I have a pretty big house, and it's full of candle where I have rooms that altars and stuff like that. And a lot of times you guys like, well, oh, what's going on? Well, those candles got to burn out. Then I have to discard them. If I'm doing a work, I'm doing a cleanser, or whatever I'm doing, like, because you're not actually doing the work, you really don't know how much space that these works take up. And then I have to wait till another person's work is done so I can start your work. You know what I'm saying? I can't put your work on top of somebody else's work. And if you was a spiritual worker, you would know that. But even me being blessed with as much space as I've been blessed with and opportunities, it's hard for me sometimes. So I can imagine a lot of these other practitioners that don't have the space that I have. If you want quality work, you have to understand what all goes entail. I don't care how good a hoe you is going to affect so many people. You understand? Just being honest with you, like, you got to do one at a time. Okay. You ain't got but 2 holes, so you got 8. The most you can do is 2. But my point is, when you working for people, and you want quality work, you got to put in that time. And so when you guys are sending the Cash App, the love offerings, you have no idea how appreciative I am, because it allows me to take care of myself in a way that I can last. Because I'm not doing this for a season. I'm not doing this I'm going to be doing it till the day I die. So I have to take really good care of myself so I can be around and enjoy. And so when I do want to have sex, I can get down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take my body. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, she's been here. She's able to see a lot of stuff that y'all have no idea what I look like before I get online, and how I run around from one end of my house to the other end of my house trying to get together and then get on those lives. And then Brother Johnny, you constantly support me and making sure that I have certain things, like certain things that you guys may sacrifice. It makes my day go better. It makes my life easier. Sister Monique, different ones that pay for my dinner. Apostle, even though sometimes I don't eat it until very, very late, but the idea that you think enough for me to, okay, let me make sure this man got something to eat. Maybe let me sure he's actually getting something to hydrate himself. You know, I really appreciate that, because some of you guys, y'all just see me as somebody to do work for you. But there are people that genuinely care about me and that know that he's out there doing stuff that I don't have to do. I can lay down in my bed because he's not in here. You know what I'm saying? I have a beautiful bedroom. I hardly ever been there. I got clothes all on top of my bed. My bedroom look a mess. But hey, it's work, because I don't spend a lot of time in my bedroom. I spend a lot of my time on the couch. And she here, I don't like, because I'm up and going, and I have to be able to get up. I'm gonna have to get up in the middle of the night, and it's easier for me to go through my sliding door and just go out and do my ceremonies out in the yard. So I do things that make it easy and comfortable for me to actually do the work that I do. It's not what a real practitioner. It's not what you guys think. It's work. It's like, if you want to get a good idea, look at a gardener, a farmer, electrician, people that do that, pave the road. That's really what a spiritual work is, because you have to go out to nature. Sometimes it's out there thunder and lightning and getting work done. I'm at the ocean, because when I'm working with Oya, I work in those elements, and so therefore, you know, I got to make sure I don't catch a cold, or so I have to spend a lot of money in my vitamins and my herbs and stuff to keep my body strong. But I think that Mother Susan's idea, I hope that you guys really take it for what it is, for her to come on and share with y'all like what this really like. And yeah, go ahead.
Even the gardener and the electrician, they do get a day off, and they can enjoy that day. If they're off on a Saturday, if they work Monday through Friday and they're off Saturday and Sunday, then they got that time to do what they want to do. That's not ApostleEaly. ApostleEaly is off from his job today and tomorrow. Well, he's got a full day today of work. He's got a full day tomorrow, because he is our apostle, and he will be doing service for church tomorrow. Then he'll come home and he'll have a full night of work. So he can't even compare the electrician or the gardener. They get to enjoy their lives. They get to have a little bit of fun on the side. If it ain't but 2 days that they do it during the week, he has no day. All his days is working, sacrificing, working for this one, working for that one. Honey, ain't that much?
I have 6 weeks of vacation. Mother Susan said, what up to my vacation when I'm off from
still working. Off from vacation. We were off last week?
Mm-hmm.
The whole week. I'm like, my God, you don't even have a day where you can just sit down. Not one day did I see him sit down and watch a movie. Not one day did I see him sit down and just lay around and want to take a little nap and just snack on something. I'm a snacker around here. That's why it's a lot of snacks. So
she getting her.
I get all my snacks.
She's talking about, you not gonna eat it. Somebody gotta eat it.
He ain't gonna eat it. So I go ahead, Mother Susan goes in there and get all the snacks, because he don't have time for the snacks. So I take up the snack. At least they're not being wasted. I mean, just on vacation, he is constantly working hours and hours and hours. And I'm like, can't you sit down for a little bit, Apostle? No, Mother Susan, I've got work to do. Today, he's off from his job. But his job is still never done. So now he's making what he's doing, and he has consultations today. I mean, when there is no set relaxation.
And another thing I want to bring up, guys, if you're going to get involved with a man or woman in the ATRs, this is what you have to contend with. Like, I need y'all to understand, like, don't just look at what they're able to produce. Like, are you willing to be committed to a man or woman that has to get themselves to spirit, whether it's E5, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi? It's not a day at the beach. I'm not saying it can't be rewarding, but it needs to be something. I feel like it needs to be something that it's like Michelle Obama is not the average woman to be a wife of a president. Like, to be a wife of a doctor or be in a relationship, whether you gay, straight, or bi. You need to understand, like, can I be in a relationship with somebody that has to give his or her time to spirit like that? And I need y'all to understand that's the stuff you have to, when your partner that did all this work and upset with his client or her client, can you be nurturing to them knowing that you didn't cause the issue, but they upset with some client or some situation that's going on, and you mentally got to be able to keep soothe them. You understand? Like, I don't think that a lot of you guys really are getting people to tell you that behind the scene support. If you have a spiritual practitioner that's a friend, like, be a real friend to them. Be where they can trust you. You know, don't backstabbing. You know, y'all know I can come up with some adjectives. You know what I'm saying? But be genuine to that person, because they have a lot of responsibility on them as it is, without you being trifling and trying to mess with their man or mess with their woman or trying to be funny with their kids. You know, to my church family, especially Sister Tria, different ones, that when my kids were younger, they took time and going to the schoolhouse or dropping out money or whatever I needed them to do. I appreciate all that, because it takes a special type of people to deal with people like me, because I'm constantly sacrificing for other people, so other people come in and help me take care of my business, because a lot of times I don't get a chance to take care of my business because I'm tending to somebody else's matter, you know. So I think that, I hope that, is there anything else you like, because I don't,
Yeah, it's just one more thing. I believe that now ApostleEaly, this was something that, a blessing for him that came at birth. See, God knew who he was going to become. This was something at birth, and he grew into this. That's how you know that he can set that man aside and work with spirit and become spirit. See, because God has given him this blessing. Everybody ain't got that. Some of you wake up tomorrow talking about God that spoke to you. And you know that spirit is on your side. Well, honey, I'm here to tell you, it is not what you think. And get that out of your head, that you can become, you are a seer, because you ain't no seer. Because if you was just a little bit of a seer, you can look and say, honey, this is sure not for me, because God didn't make me this woman or this man at birth. This is something that this man has to go through every day of his life. And
guys, let me tell you something. The amount of pressure that I have to deal with, whether it's because my bills still have to be paid, you know, stuff going on with the church, stuff going on with members, you know, a lot of that stuff y'all don't see because y'all you're not a part of my church. You know, sometimes things physically happen at the church, or, you know, I had one of my tenants in my house tear up my house. Like, I have stuff going on, and I still have to maintain. Just because you got personal things going on in your life as a spiritual practitioner does not mean that you don't still have to perform and do your job. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Do you have the mental capacity and emotional stability to be out here serving people and not being able to maintain your own personal existence? I still have to maintain me. I still have to be able to be a father. I got 3 kids. I have 3 sons. One California, one in Georgia, one's here in Florida. You know, I have a mother, I have sisters, I have brothers. I have nieces, nephews. I still got family. and I still, and a lot of times I don't even spend time with them. You know, my uncle does my lawns and both of my properties, but you know, if they have to necessarily come to church if they're gonna really want to see me. If my sister actually, no, she'll call me or we on the phone or something like that. But I haven't seen my sister in a minute. My biological sister. I went one birthday just came. I missed that because I'm out here doing this. They know where I am, but you know, I missed out on. My niece had her gender reveal. I missed that. You know, they know I love them, but there's a lot of stuff I give up in order to do what I do and to be where I am.
That's why we're saying a regular life as we know it. All those things you have to set aside. And he still has bills, just like we do. He still has mortgages. He has a home here. He has another house. He has the church. All those things. This comes out of his pocket. He has to put in so much of his money to make sure that what you're getting, your manifestation, his manifestation for your life happens.
To your knowledge, do I get a pastoral offering?
No, not at all.
And when they come to service, do I necessarily collect the offering?
He does not collect an offering. There's no plate put out in our church. No, you know, in your religious churches, you know, there's always plate going from the time you go in and plate on your way out the door. There's a plate, you know, where when you stand up, there's a plate. There's somebody sitting at the back of the door with the plate, especially for the one that didn't put the money in the third plate. So the fourth plate, oh, you're going to put that money in the plate. He doesn't do that at all. I mean, there's no collection in our church. So that tells you that everything that nobody pays for his car, nobody pays for his insurance, nobody pays for his mortgage, nobody pays for his whatever. He does that. And his money supplies all of the needs of others. Everything, like he's making up, what is this?
It's a bath cleanser. The
bath cleanser. You know where that comes from? Didn't come from people. This came from his pocket that he's making up. I'm telling you, this is not what you think it is. It's a lot of
God better
work,
be on your side.
honey, and you better know that God can put you in this place, because when you're in this spot, remember that woman or that man are being set aside, and now you're listening to Spirit. Spirit is telling you, oh, well, you need to do this. That means you're not going to get no sleep. You may get an hour's sleep. I mean, can you live with that? I mean, every day, you never know what you have to do. Honey,
when you think about how I eat, like, I have herbs galore, right?
Yes,
like, the reason I'm saying that because my diet has to be a certain type of way in order for my body to be able to house the power that I house and to function. And a lot of you guys that do not like to take care of yourself, it costs a lot of money. She tell you, I spend a lot of money in vitamins, herbs, teas. I order, and I order the best. So I do treat my body well. But my thing is that you have to have a very healthy diet, because your body is the machinery. Your body is the temple. And if you are a type of person that don't, I have a water machine filter up there. Like it's like $600. About $600 I had to spend, because you have to take care of your temple. I don't care if you practice Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo. It don't matter. If the Spirit is going to use you, you got to have your temple together. And I feel like a lot of you guys that are getting out here, that you have a lot of bad habits about how you just do with you. And you need to know that if you don't take care of you, even the work you do will tear your body down. It'll have you in the hospital. Like, and she's seen me do some healings for people, and I get sick because I transfer my healing to them, and I take on their sickness. I fight it off. And I was praying for one of my saints in the church, and I was on the phone with her, and I had to stop. She's like, "Can you stop?" I was like, "No," and I was getting. The more I was taught, the sicker I was getting, but I was fighting off that energy that I had removed from that other person. It's not what you think. And some of you guys that don't understand energy transfer, you're going to end up damaging yourself. Even if you're trying to do stuff. This ain't even including going to war with nobody. This ain't including doing breaking hexes, curse. I'm talking about just healings alone. Some of you guys, when I do my readings, I have to get clean my head, because some of y'all crazy, and a lot of them thoughts y'all have in your heads, I hear them. You know, I don't tell you everything I pick up on it, but some of y'all got a lot of stuff going on in your head. So when you connecting with people and doing their readings, you have to cleanse yourself. And if you don't have the resources and the proper tools, how can you stay clean? And then you're gonna mess around, mess up yourself mentally. And now you walking around confused, don't know your front from your back. So my thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you. When we start our classes, I'm gonna give you the raw dog. I'm gonna tell you how a TI is. You know what I'm saying? And for all of you that think you giving too much money, you're not giving enough. All of you that think you paying a lot of money, I'm sorry. Like, if you knew the type of money I was spending, you know,
It's a lot.
she could tell I couldn't live off of $5,000 a month. I couldn't do this off of $5,000 a month. I spend some money to do all the stuff that I do. I have to generate a lot of resources. I really do. And for some of you guys that get in and you keep hollering about Dollar General and all that stuff, that's why your life, that's why your body, that's why your skin, that you're not properly taking care of yourself, because you can't afford it. You can't afford it. And you can't afford to be practicing something that you have to substitute or sacrifice your well-being in order trying to be a spiritual practitioner, because that's not what God called you to do too. I don't have to destroy myself to be a spiritual practitioner. You know, take care of yourself. And if they don't want to pay to help support your temple, then you don't need to be doing work for them. Everybody that's with me, you got to want to see ApostleEaly live, and those that care about me are going to look out for me. Other than that, I'm not going to hurt myself. You know, people that I have made major sacrifices for, they've been there for me. I don't do that for everybody, because my body has to go through that. So I think.
And I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
With your healing, I have seen so much, but I've also saw when he's healing you for whatever it is you have, that comes right on him. And I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong, Apostle? It's like, well, you know, I've already done what I have to do. Now I've got to take it off of me. So now your sicknesses that you had experienced, that he has healed you from, now it gets to him. So now he has to take it off of him. Now you tell me if that ain't that.
I've gone from having a feeling fine to start breaking out in sweats, and it's like it's nauseating. I start getting nauseous, and you know, I just go through things. But this is the real, especially if you're a real empath, if you're a real spiritualist. This is the stuff that y'all need to be understanding. Don't be out here taking wooden nickels from people, and you got to go home and go through all of that for nothing. Like I'm definitely not gonna do that. For all of you that I do court cases and stuff for, you have no idea the stuff that I have to do to turn those situations around for you. The amount of energy, the federal. I'm gonna be teaching about stuff like that. Some of y'all don't understand. You cannot pay me $1,500 and think you're doing me a service. You can't pay me like you do not know. In order for you to get real victory, what all got to be done? Because you have to attack a lot of different things to get certain outcomes. So I think that by you seeing some of the behind the scenes stuff, because sometimes y'all hear from Minister Mario like, oh, that's his coon boom. He just no, it's a lot, and he's went through a lot just by being my friend. I mean, being close to me like that, he's had to take on a lot of attacks and stuff. It's not what you guys. It's a lot. So, and I'm not saying that God is not good and God has not been rewarder. He has. But truth be told, there's polarity and duality. And you need to know the ins and outs before you as a young man or young woman decide to say, you know what, this is what I want. And that's not even including, because for many of you guys, it's a lot of work just to take care of yourself. If you're a mother, to take care of your husband, to take care of your child or children, to take care of your, if you got a business, to take care of that. It's a lot. And where is all that energy gonna come from? No less than doing this for other people. So this is, I have like 3 light bills I have to contend with. And God gonna bless me with more property, so it's gonna be even more. So much is given, much is required. So don't be asking for stuff that you mentally or emotionally and physically cannot take care of. Just, I want y'all to really, that's why I said behind the scenes. It's more than invocation of spirit. Hey there. And I really thank Boss Bray, what's up, baby? Trinidad. Guys, I got to get off here because I got consultation today, but is there anything that you else you would like to share with them on the way out?
Behind the scenes, it's just what it says. It is a serious behind the scenes. And I'm telling you, this is a lot of work that ApostleEaly does 24/7. It's just so many things, and I don't even think I have even touched everything. I mean, just like he has to have great big expensive humidifiers.
Yeah, it's like it's huge.
Great big humidifiers.
So when I tell them I'm burning incense for them, am I really burning?
You're burning incense.
How black is my my ducts in here?
The ducts up in the ceiling and they are so black. It's because when he's doing that incense every night, somebody's saying, ApostleEaly burn the money incense, burn the ancestor incense, burn the. These humidifiers have to be on 24 hours a day because all of that smoke from the incense is going right into the vents. So just think, with the humidifiers, they never get cut off. Just think what the electric bill is. Now that's
because I still got to be healthy.
That's just with the humidifier. That's not counting the air conditioner, but the humidifiers that is somewhat helping with all the smoke that he has to do every day, every night. That's a big expense. The average one of us could not even afford. That's just his electric bill. And we ain't talking about the mortgage or anything. We're talking about just the electric bill.
It costs to do spiritual work, real spiritual work. Everything I do, I can't do it outside. I have to do it inside, you know.
It is so expensive. I know I would be out in the garden somewhere.
Guys, I hope this really helped, and I did it to be genuine and authentic to many of you guys, and for you to hear from other people other than, you know, because a lot of times people trying to sell you a lifestyle they're just not living. And I know some of you have never physically met me, and you don't necessarily know if I actually live the lifestyle that I live. But Mother Susan can tell you, this is my authentic lifestyle. This is how I live. It's not a show. This is really my lifestyle. I really do have a prayer life. I really do work. I really got a job. I really do work. She watched my uniform, so she knows that I really work for. Yeah. So I really work for UPS. Like, you know, a lot of times you meet people or hear people on social media, and they're not who they say they are, or their life is not what it appears to be. My pictures are what they are. I don't do makeup, you know, so I do look this good, and I do got a shape on me. So it ain't because I'm not having sex because I can't. It ain't. It's all good here. It's all good in the hood. But I wanted you guys to really know that I want y'all to be as real, and I want you to learn the right way for you, not for me, but for you. And just understand, if you're gonna get into something, know the pros and cons. Know what it really takes to be successful and to have a standard. Don't just go out here and do stuff any kind of way and throw stuff together. Represent your ATR, whether it's Hoodoo, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo. If you want to stay a Christian, it's still fine with me. But represent that with your ancestors as well. And also protect, though, if you're going to get in this practice, you got to be able to protect yourself and the people that you love, because their spirits are going to come for you or for them. When I was protecting those people from those car accidents, those things started happening with my children. I had to protect my kids. And my children were grown. Spirits don't care. And so you got to be authentically who you say you are. So let me tell you, there's no amount of money that you can pay me for me to lose my life and lose my space with my children, my loved ones, because I love my kids. I don't spend a lot of time with my kids. I spend a lot of time with you guys. I love my children. I love my family. I don't spend a lot of time with my family. The people that I care about on a physical level, I don't spend a lot of time. I spend more time with my church family, Minister Mario. But I love my people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they do, oh, cuz, come by the house. And like, my people they know how to party. They know how to enjoy their life. I'm not there. I'm over here with you guys. So it's not like I'm not going over there because ain't nothing going on. Oh, they know how to get down. Just like I learned how to get down from them. So, I want you guys to know what I really sacrifice in order to do what I do for you guys. And I hope that I am being transparent enough that some of you guys can reconsider and make sure that you are willing to take on that commitment and not make it about other people. Because I don't force other people to follow my path. I don't force other people to believe in what I believe in. Even the people that benefit off of me don't believe in what I believe in as deep. And they don't have to. It's my journey. It's my journey. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I'll be seeing you guys. I got to get my consultation going. I'm going to go over and watch some of these comments because I can't read them from where we're sitting at right here. But thank you so much. And thank you for your Cash App. Anytime you feel free or God bless you to be a blessing to me, please do so. It really helps me do what I do. Authentically love you back. All right. Thank you.